Hey, what's up everybody? It's Rox and I'm coming to you today with a review recap for Scandal Season 2, the winter finale. The show was not hard to follow this week, you guys. This was the first time that I didn't feel like I was just so stressed out from trying to understand what they were talking about. Everything was pretty much very cut and dry, not too much dialogue actually, and it's mostly because it was about Huck, okay, and the bitch who framed him. You guys all probably easily followed as well, so this is probably gonna be like one of my shortest recaps ever for Scandal, but let's get to it. Now, first, before we get to Huck, let's talk about some of the little side, other stories that they had running along with the Huck story. Let's talk about James and Cyrus. James has been on the warpath. He is trying to hunt down information on this voting machine scandal. Remember that he told his husband, Cyrus, that he was going to visit his parents because his father has been ill. And you guys remember also that James told Cyrus that he was going to spend the night at his parents' house because he just wanted to spend some time with them. Well, Cyrus finds out from his mother-in-law that James was not there. The mother-in-law tells him on the phone that, she hadn't seen him. She didn't know what he was talking about. So, of course, Cyrus believes that his husband is cheating on him. He even tells Olivia that his husband is much younger than he is. And, he was a little bit of a slut before them two got together. So he's just like, he probably wants somebody as young as he is. And, maybe he's just fucking around on me. Olivia's just like, I really don't think he's, cheating on you, but don't worry about it. You're not going to die alone. I am always here with you. After it's all said and done, I think Cyrus would probably wish that James was just doing something as simple as cheating on him, because after he finds out from a private investigator that he hired that James is not cheating, he finds out that James has been meeting up with the DA, this gentleman named David, and that James wasn't doing anything more exciting than visiting some little hick town in Ohio. You guys know what that meant. You guys know what that immediately sparked in Cyrus. He knew that this man is hunting down the story on these voting machines. Now he's frantic. He tells the PI to stay on it. And then, you guys, Cyrus takes the advice that I gave a long time ago, okay, right when James was returning as a White House correspondent. He goes and gets a romantic dinner and candles and all of that ambiance. James comes home from work and Cyrus is just like, listen, I did all this for you. There was a baby born today. The baby is ours, okay? We can bring homegirl home next week, and you can be here with the baby. You finally get your baby. James is just sort of taken aback. He's excited. He's just like, you have to tell me today that we can have this baby. We can bring her home, but you have to stay home with her. James is just like, sure, whatever you need, whatever. I said, okay, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Of course, Cyrus is hoping that this is going to take James's mind off of anything else because he's wanted a baby for so long. And Cyrus has been telling him no for so long. Cyrus is thinking that he's going to leave the White House correspondence job, and I guess James does agree to do that. However, James is not off of the job altogether, okay? When the PI tells Cyrus that James isn't doing anything but going to baby store after baby store after baby store, Cyrus feels like his job has been done. He tells the PI to stop following him, he doesn't need him any longer. And then we find out that James is just meeting David in the damn baby stores, okay? So yeah, they still on it, you guys. They're gonna blow this case wide open. And you guys, speaking of David, okay, y'all, this scene with Abby. Lord, you guys. Abby does really miss David. David really does miss Abby. Abby really does love David. David really does love Abby. She contacts him about some needed information that we'll talk about a little later. And, David comes through without even question. He brings the information that she needs. And then, you guys, he just stands there and he stares at her and she stares at him. It is just so amazing how this show can give you emotion without any dialogue. I mean, he just stared at her. He just was looking at her. It was so much longing in that stare. And she didn't even really know what the hell to do. I mean, she looked back at him, but it was just like so many words that weren't spoken, but it was very much understood between the two of them. And yeah, my heart broke a little bit for him. I was just like, wow, these two just can't quite get it together. So out the blue, you guys, I guess because she really does miss David, she goes to his house and she just waits for him. He comes in the door, you guys, and she just standing there. Ain't nobody saying shit to each other, but she go up to him, slap him a few times, and then stick her hands in his mouth. I was like, wait a minute, that's like some old Roxanne shit. I was like, uh-oh. Man, please. That shit was hot. Okay, she just was pulling this towards her like, I don't really know what to do with you. I want to do so much to you, but this is all I can do. You guys, I'm telling you guys, that's why I love these writers, because I feel like 80% of the shit that they write on this show is something that I would write. This is what I would want to see. And them writers are just so clever. Whoever writes for the show, I'm telling you, they deserve some sort of Emmy, for real. Anyways, you guys, they don't say nothing, okay? She get to pulling them close to her. You know, she's unbuckling his pants and everything. She lay his ass down on that floor, and they commence to fucking. Y'all, when she done, she gets up, she pulls her skirt down, and she backs her ass up out that house, okay? Because she can't even trust herself to turn around, okay? She gonna keep her eye on him, all the way out the damn door. David don't do nothing. He just sit up and he look, okay? He looking like, I guess, a old slapped up fuck is better than no fuck at all. Now, you guys, Verna. You guys, we know that Verna got cancer, okay? And this is the first time that we actually saw how the treatment is really affecting her. I mean, she's bald, she looks very frail, and she is sick. She is dying from cancer. She's trying to keep it under wraps, you guys, because she's trying to keep her seat in the Supreme Court. Sally, you guys know, Madam President now. Madam President was promised that seat back in the day when she was first signed on as running mate with Fitzgerald. So she is... she wants her fucking seat. She knows that Verna is sick, and she takes her ass on down to the hospital, and she's like, listen, now I know that that's my seat, okay? I was promised that seat, and it was swindled away from me, okay? What you need to do is step down. You need to resign. You are sick. You need to spend the last days with your family, okay? And if you don't do it, then I am going to tell the American people that you are lying to them by not letting them know that you're sick. I will make basically your life very much miserable in your last days. So what you need to do is get your ass up out that seat and give it to me. Verna tries to play tough and is just like, I'm not giving you nothing. You're not the president. She was like, I am the president, and bitch, you gonna give me that seat or else it's gonna be some bad times for you. So Verna's just like, damn, okay, that Bible thumping bitch is telling me what I need to do. There's nothing really that she can do about it. She has a talk with Olivia about it, and you know, Olivia's just like, ain't really too much that can be done right now. Madam President says she's out for self now, right? Okay, well, she means it, okay? But Verna got another trick up her sleeves, and that brings me to Huck. You guys, we know that Huck was in the room with the guns that shot the president. But we immediately find out that Huck was not the person that shot the guns, and that instead he was called to the room by his crying girlfriend who told him that he needed to come down there immediately. So many of you guys was right in my comments last week. A lot of people did say that they thought that the girlfriend had something to do with it, and you were right. Don't you love when you solve something, even if it's something small like that? When he got down to the hotel room was empty. However, the guns was set up there, and you know, he knew that something was wrong. After he tells this story to Olivia, and you guys, wasn't it so funny when Harrison calls her and is just like, I need you to come to the office, and she was trying to brush him off like, I'm busy right now, I can't come, and he was like, you know what, you need to come on down here, and she was just like, handle that shit yourself, and he was just like, get your ass down here now, okay, and hung up, and she was just like, what the hell? After she gets the same story out of Huck, she's just like, Huck, I think your girl set you up, and he's just like, no, she would not set me up, you know, I love her, she loves me, I know that something's happened, that she's been kidnapped, that she's being framed, that she's in danger. I don't think anybody really actually believed that, but they're willing to check into it, you know, so Olivia's like, let me just go on and find out a few things. In the meantime, don't you call nobody, don't you leave this office, you stay here, you don't say nothing. That's when Abby calls David. She needs the surveillance cameras from the hotel, and you guys know that that's when David brings it to her, and that's when they stare each other down, and that's when they had a slap up finger in the mouth session at the house. Now we got video of the hotel. We see Huck entering into the hotel. We see him getting on the elevator, and we also have an instance where we thought they almost had the fingerprints for him, but it turns out that it's a dead lead. They don't have fingerprints. His fingerprints are not in the database anywhere. So that was safe because they can't see Huck's face. They can still only see the red hoodie and the average build gentleman that walked into the building, but they don't see the face. He should be home free, right? Wrong. First, we got the problem of Becky. When he leaves the Pope agency because he just knows that he needs to get out and try to find out where she is, he goes to her house, and after he goes through things, he finds a secret room, and yes, she was surveilling him and Olivia and the Pope agency and everything else, and it's starting to look like, yeah, she probably did scope him out and set him up. Because Huck is so troubled about all of this, he goes to where he likes to go the most, okay, to see his family. He likes to sit outside of this family that he feels like is so perfect, and it's the mother and father and kids and a dog, and he just likes to sit and watch them. It brings him some sort of comfort and solace in knowing that maybe he could have something like that someday. He goes there, he sits outside. Becky knows that he's probably going to be there. She shows up in the middle of the night with a gun to his neck, and she just lets him know that, I was supposed to kill you. Yes, I set you up. I think you know that now. I was supposed to kill you, but I didn't because I like you, and we are one of the same. We are both killers. I know you didn't think that I thought you liked whiskey. Of course I know that you like to kill, so that is exactly why I feel like you and I should be together. You and I should run off together, and we should just go and kill up everybody. Shit, let this be something between the two of us. She leaves him. She tells him, you know where to find me. Okay, well, yeah, Huck do know where to find her. So he goes to the house, and baby girl come on in the door, and they have some old killing, murdering, crazy spy people sex. They get their ass down on that floor. I was like, there's a whole bunch of floor fucking in this episode, huh? They have sex. Huck is talking to her. He wants to know what her real name is. She doesn't tell him. I think that actually sets him back because now he realizes that even though we love each other, you still don't trust me enough to tell me your name. I think that's what made him decide that, yes, he do need to kill her. And he tells her, yeah, I'm going to run off with you. Let me go get my stuff. Give me an hour and I'll meet you. He hesitates when he gets up. And I thought that he was going to kill her then, but he didn't. He gets in the car, he calls Harrison, and he's just like, you know what, I'm going to meet her in an hour, and, they're setting up something. I was like not really clear what they were talking about, but I had a feeling that it had something to do with they was going to kill homegirl. Harrison is like, you did the right thing. When he's supposed to meet her, it's been an hour, and it's getting dark, it's getting late, and he calls her, and her phone is disconnected. He's sitting out front of the house that he loves to sit out in front of, and suddenly he realizes that something is very wrong with this picture. She's not answering her phone, and it's disconnected when it was just connected a few minutes ago. He's looking at the house, and all of a sudden he realizes that there's no movement. He hasn't seen anybody get up, do nothing, the dog, nothing, the man, daddy, mama, kids, nobody. He gets out the car, and he walks up to the house, and I was thinking to myself, like, no, Huck, don't go in that house. Do not go in that house. He goes in the house, you guys, and sure enough, homegirl done shot everybody. I'm talking about dog, I'm talking about kids, I'm talking about mama and daddy. Everybody is dead. You can tell that everybody was going on about their business and had absolutely no idea that this woman was even in the house until she decided to attack everybody. And you guys, it was just sad. When he pulled the mama over and the little girl was behind him, you guys, just speechless. Then to confirm to him exactly why this even happened, she left a recording in the plant of Huck's voice saying over and over, I'm going to meet her in an hour. So yeah, she heard him. She had his either had his phone bugged or had something in the car, and that let her know that she needed to do something that was going to hurt Huck the most, okay? Hurt him more than just killing him, which was killing his family. After that, Huck has kind of gone off the deep end, you guys. I don't really know if Huck is going to come back from this. He's crying, he's upset, he's telling Harrison that, she killed my family, and Harrison was like, what fucking family? He calls Olivia. Olivia comes back to the agency, is like, Huck, don't worry about it. We are going to catch this woman. I think you guys, we all know that, at least for now, homegirl is in the wind, okay? She is, that's what she does. So she's not going to be easy to find, even though I really do believe that they are going to have to find this woman. There's got to be some kind of answer and retribution for this foolishness. Olivia's trying to calm down Huck. Huck has that silent cry where just nothing, his eyes are glazed over, and I don't really know where Huck is, but I'm going to tell you what, Huck ain't in that room. Right after that, all of a sudden the FBI burst in, and they grab Huck, and Olivia's like, what is he being charged for? And they said he is being arrested under the Patriot Act, okay? This man is the man that shot the president. Why? I'll tell you why. Because Verna, when she was talking to Olivia, remember I told you that Olivia and Verna was talking, Verna lets Olivia know that, wow, she saw the surveillance tapes, and it's something that person that gets on that elevator looks a whole lot like Huck. Okay, Olivia was just like, oh, really? And Olivia never did bat an eye, didn't never say anything else about it. And Verna got her answer right then, okay? Because we all know that if you don't react to something, that obviously there's something more that we need to look into. So Verna had basically knew that Huck was the one who shot the president. Verna now has some leverage, okay? She goes and talks to Madam President, and Madam President is like, well, I guess you coming with this resignation letter. And she's like, oh yeah, I got the resignation letter. And she said, oh, that's in this hand. Now in this other hand over here, I got the answer to who shot your president. Okay, so which one is more important to you? Okay, do you want me to resign from this seat, or do you want to have your modern day Bin Laden. You'd see what was more important, okay? And that's why Huck got arrested, okay? And that damn Verna, I was like, damn, that Verna is, no, she a traitor. And what the hell she go through all that for? Hell, she gonna die, okay? And I know that's mean. I'm not trying to sound harsh and everything, but how much longer does she have on that damn bench, okay? Verna is not gonna be around much longer, so I just felt like that was like a low blow. And you guys know that Olivia's gonna know that she's the one that told. But like I always say, you guys, there is no honor among thieves. All right, you guys, that's it. The show is going to be off for 4 weeks. Okay, so it won't be back on until January 10th. So yeah, thank goodness I get a little break. I told you guys that I'm going to be off for the last week of this month, first week of January anyway. So this kind of works out perfectly that everything is ending right now. So good. Guys, remember to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. My channel is for itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar below. All right? All right. So I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.